What the fuck is wrong with my voice, bro? Sup people, today we're gonna watch 10 magic tricks that went horribly wrong. So without any further ado, let's do this shit!
10 magic tricks that went horribly wrong.
Oh, psych!
Number 10. Human pin cushion. Famous for her outlandish outfits, Japanese magician Mariko Itakura performed under the stage name Princess Tenko. During a 2007 performance, Tenko was placed inside a box, into which 10 real metal swords were to be inserted. The plan was for Tenko to escape the box without the audience realizing, so it would be empty when the weapons were forced into it.
You had to explain that. Of course, everyone knows that that's the fucking trick. You don't have to explain that shit.
Disastrously, Tenko wasn't able to do this in time. The swords broke several of her ribs and wounded her cheek, and she escaped being stabbed in the eye by a mere centimeter.
Whoa!
Number 9.
Okay.
Audience participation. In the early 20th century, the now classic magic trick of sawing a woman in half was relatively new. An appalled audience member called Henry Howard leapt into the stage in response. Thinking he was rescuing the assistant from a real-life bisection, he grabbed one of Lalonde's prop swords and stabbed the magician in the back.
What? What the Why the fuck would they even do that, bro? It's a fucking magic trick. Oh my god. I get it, bro. I get it that like it was new and all, but who the fuck would actually think they would perform a fucking murder scene in front of hundreds of thousands of people in fuck it.
Number 8. Like a moth to a flame. In June 1900, Swedish conjurer Balabrega was performing in a successful magic show in Brazil. One of his tricks was an elaborate deception involving 6 assistants dressed as moths, who would seem to miraculously disappear when consumed by flames. For the flames, the trick required a controlled supply of gas. However, one theatre Balabrega performed at could only access acetylene gas. Acetylene is highly flammable and unpredictable. And during the early stages of the performance, the gas ignited in a ferocious explosion that engulfed Balabrega and one of his assistants, killing them both.
That's just plain dumb. That's just plain dumb, bro. Fuck. It's just fucking dumb. Magicians were just pretty dumb, bro.
In 1938, Australian dentist turned amateur magician Dr. Vivian Hensley was demonstrating a trick to his family that involved pretending to eat razor blades while actually dropping them down the sleeve of his coat.
I gotta say, that's actually clever. Not all magicians were actually that dumb before.
However, he slipped up and accidentally dropped a blade down his throat, causing severe internal bleeding.
Just when I said magicians are not that dumb before, they had to prove me wrong. Like a motherfucker.
Number 5.
Of course.
Underwater grave. The water barrel escape trick involves a magician trying to escape a large container filled with water. In 1930, the trick cost the life of famous magician Royden Joseph Gilbert Raison de la Genesta. Realizing during the attempt that something was wrong, Genesta's assistants tried to open the barrel. Tragically, they were unable to find the right keys for the locks, and the magician drowned.
They were unable to find the right key for the locks? What? How the fuck do you even fuck up that, dude? How the fuck do you fuck up that? Oh my god. Who the fuck just says, okay fine, something's just wrong. Oops! I cannot find the right key for the lock!
Geoff Rayburn Hopper was practicing a difficult escape trick that he was due to perform later that afternoon. For the trick, he had to be tied up in shackles and submerged in Winona Lake, Indiana. Sadly, Hopper had not checked the weather forecast. His morning rehearsal was met with vicious winds, which generated thrashing waves. Barely able to escape the shackles that bound him, Hopper did manage to struggle to the surface and call for help. However, the ferocious wind washed him further away from the shore, meaning rescuers were unable to reach him. His body wasn't retrieved until 4.5 hours later.
All I'm gonna just say is just pure bad luck, bro. I guess he was a genuine magician or whatever, but that's just pure bad luck. Luck fucked him up.
American magician William Ellsworth Robinson adopted the persona of Chinese magician Chung Ling. Robinson never broke character, always speaking in Chinese on stage and even using an interpreter in interviews. In March 1918, as part of his performance, he attempted to catch a speeding bullet. However, the gun used in Robinson's stunt had not been cleaned out properly.
What do you mean not being cleaned out properly? What will happen if you just take a dirty gun and shoot? I mean, the bullet will fucking what? What?
Still contained gunpowder residue. This was enough to launch a bullet out of the weapon and into the magician's chest. Tragically, before he died, Robinson broke character for the first time in his career, calling for help in English.
So that's the big problem. So the motherfucker was dying. His life was in danger. And the fuck up is he broke his character. Like, what the fuck, man? You should never even fucking break character even when you're dying. Well, that fucking sucks.
Buried alive. Being voluntarily buried alive is one of the most dangerous tricks a magician can attempt.
Just look at him. Who the fuck just dances randomly in the street like that, bro, when they're fucking digging a fucking grave? Just look at those motherfuckers.
Voluntarily buried alive is one of the most dangerous tricks a magician can attempt. So great is the risk of suffocation that most performers construct an escape route and do not actually remain underground for the time that they claim to. Unfortunately, 24-year-old Sri Lankan magician Janaka Basnayaka did not realise this. Hoping to set a world record for the longest time buried alive, in 2012 Basnayaka was buried in a pit 3 meters deep. After 7.5 hours in the pit, Basnayaka was dug up and found not breathing due to a lack of oxygen. He was taken to a hospital where he was later pronounced dead.
I don't even know what to say in the last one. I just don't. I'll put the link down in the description. It was fucking, it was just great. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And that's it for today. And until next time, stay psyched, people!